Hey, it's Wes
and Chanda,
and welcome to
DinkLife. We are just wandering around Hollywood today doing all the completely crazy touristy stuff that everybody does. I know some people hate this kind of stuff. Every once in a while though, we like to do it just to see, you know, what everybody else is seeing. So we're just wandering around. I don't know if we're going to do anything specific or anything like that. But we're going to take you with us just as we're like walking down Hollywood Boulevard and all the sights that you can see and the things that are going on down here. And just kind of let you know.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it is excruciating out today. It is nearly 100 degrees. That is no joke.
Yeah, we're standing in the shade here trying to do this.
We've talked to a couple of people and they said for whatever reason this weekend they are just having like a crazy major heat wave.
I guess last week it was cold. So
Which is crazy because, you know, we've been to LA a couple of times and it's usually so pleasant out here. Like it's in like the 70s or the low 80s and there's no humidity, but man, it doesn't matter how dry it is, hot is hot. Like it is hot. But it's okay, you know, we go to Orlando a lot, so we are used to dying in the sweltering heat. But we're just gonna stay hydrated and we're gonna walk around and take you with us.
Yeah, and so far we've seen there's lots of people selling stuff down the streets on the sides. And,
like water and fruit and popsicles. So I mean, if it is super hot out, like you can stay cool.
And lots of dudes trying to kind of scam you to get photos too, but you'll have that anywhere in a touristy spot.
But just pay attention, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
and I would say too, it's a little on the dirty side, but like that's a lot of California too. Yeah.
I mean, if you're not used to stuff like this, it can be kind of sketch, but that's what we're here to help you with. You know, just kind of like keep your hands to yourself. If anybody approaches you, kind of just wave them off and keep walking, and you'll be good.
So many stars. Minnie Mouse. We are heading over to the Chinese Theatre over here. There's all kinds of vendors along the street here. There's LL Cool J. And here is the famous Chinese Theatre. Take a look at some of the hands on the ground here. Shirley Temple. Oh, there's Matt Damon. We almost have the same size foot. Oh look, here's Will Smith too. Let's see how much. Ooh, long foot right there. There's Keanu Reeves. Let's see. Oh man, me and Keanu are almost the same size. The whole Avengers cast right there. They even got the emblems for each character. Ooh, wacky.
TCL Chinese Theater.
Robert Downey, tiny little feet. We almost have the same size.
I know, and I wear large for a woman. I wear a 9.5, but that's a man's 7.5. So.
Oh, there's Mickey over there. It's almost 100 out too. Jesus. Guy has to be on fire. And here's Dwayne Johnson. That is a huge foot right there. Oh wow, Jackie Chan did it barefoot. And there's Sandra Bullock. Very tiny little foot. Look at that, where the heel mark is.
Women do heels, so it's hard to tell, but like really, yeah, she's probably got a size 7.
Here's Sean Connery. And there's Johnny Depp. Let's see how my foot compares.
It's about
we're almost about the same size.
It's Hunger Games.
Yeah, Hunger Games over there too. Jamie Lee Curtis.
Her feet aren't terribly tiny. See, it always looks small because they have on heels. But...
And there's Ben Stiller right there too. And that's Arnold right there. I wonder if some of these they just wish they didn't give him such a big square back then. There's the MGM 90. Good old Michael Keaton right there. There's Jack Nicholson. He did that before I was even born. That is cool. R2-D2. And C-3PO. And even Darth Vader over there. There's Eddie Murphy.
Hi.
There's Madame Tussauds. And the El Capitan is Disney's main theater right there where they do their premieres. There's Dr. Dre. I do like how they have, like, that's a record, so he's a music performer. Over there. It's for movies, just like that one. And then over here you can see that was a TV star. Yeah, that has a fancy ceiling in this theater right here. How in front of the Disney Theater they got lots of Disney characters. Even here's Winnie the Pooh. And there's Donald Duck. And that one's awesome right there, Disneyland.
Sorry.
That is cool. They got special Disney merch just for the theater here. Even this shirt's awesome.
That shirt is great. Look, they're villain. Yeah.
It's like little Marvel kart racing. Wish they had turned that into like a video game. Oh, and here you can take some Ferrari rides. There's a little kid's Cybertruck. And there's Ripley's right there with a little dinosaur poking out the top.
Hollywood Max Museum.
Yeah, lots of touristy stuff here. There's your classic Zoltar. They got a big Godzilla. And then there's Tupac. Yeah, that's cool. The arches are just hanging off this building. You got the giant house, Museum of Illusions. And then right over there, Scientology. Wow. Ooh, interesting. There's the inside of Scientology. Open house. You can walk right in. I'll probably pass on that.
What is the difference between Taco Bell and a Taco Bell cantina? What makes that so special?
Wow, and there's a Waymo sitting there. Someday I'd like to ride in one of those. Cool little alley down there.
Alright everybody, so we just finished walking up and down Hollywood Boulevard. And I gotta be quite honest with you. As much as we do touristy stuff, that wasn't really my bag.
No. Yeah, it's not the type.
And it's not because it's hot out or anything. It's just, it's way too dirty and gross, and I saw some people behaving very badly, like treating their pets badly, and you know, things like that. I don't love that kind of stuff. I absolutely actually hate it. I abhor it. And I'm the kind of person that will say something, but I didn't want to get killed, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of homeless people and stuff along it too, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, which I get, right? You know, I mean, that happens, and I'm not saying anything bad about that, but like, I don't know, it just really wasn't my thing. It didn't make me feel good about myself. It actually kind of like made me feel shitty, actually. And I don't, you know, I know that happens, and I'm not trying to say that like we ignore what's going on in the world, but like, that's not the kind of stuff I want to see when I'm like out and about and exploring a new city and things like that. So we just decided we're gonna leave, and we're gonna go back to the hotel and just kind of hang out at the pool for a little bit until later, when we are going to a tiki bar, which I imagine will be much better than this nonsense. I mean, it was kind of cool to see Grauman's Chinese Theatre and some of that stuff.
It was cool. Like, I mean, it would have been cool to take a tour inside or something maybe someday, but yeah.
I just don't know that like walking up and down Hollywood Boulevard is even sort of worth it, to be honest with you.
No, I mean, if you're over here just to see out one of these museums, I mean, it's worth stopping by and walk up and down it for a second. But.
Seriously, the Hollywood Museum was very, very cool, and I'm sure there's many other museums on that strip.
That look cool, yeah.
Ripley's, and there's Madame Tussauds, and there's like the Hollywood Wax Museum, and there's a Museum of Illusions, like all kinds of stuff. But like, I don't know, man. I just I didn't feel great walking up and down that street.
It's a little sketchy.
Yeah, I just didn't. It just made me kind of feel. So I mean, I know that's not really descriptive and doesn't, you know, work real well, but. I mean, I guess if you're really, really, really into that stuff and you're only coming here once, maybe go ahead and do it. But yeah, it just wasn't my bag. But anyway, just remember, as always, whatever you decide to do, just get out there and do it.